Oh, does it have to go on that side? Alrighty, here we are. This is Maddie the Realtor here. I actually just wanted to take the time and flex my top producer cup. Hold on. Aren't these cups absolutely beautiful? I should totally put a link below. I'm not getting any sort of endorsement. I just worked my butt off to get, I have several of these. However, I'm proud of myself. So there you go. In regards to tips for the day, today I wanted to actually talk about 3 different tips whenever you guys are going out looking for homes with an agent, hopefully me. The first tip is actually lead times for showings. Sometimes you're gonna have showings that you can see right away because they're vacant. Vacant meaning nobody is there, which makes it very easy to show for the agent at a short notice. And then there are times that there are tenants or they are owner occupied. And that sometimes is going to require some lead time. When you gotta think about quickly the things that happen beforehand, you have to, a lot of times they have to make sure that the home is tidy. Imagine if somebody quickly said that they were gonna drop in. Would you do anything different?
I wouldn't mind random people in my house.
So that's the question, right? When you're showing a home, you want it to look beautiful, you want it to look pristine and picked up and that sort of thing so that the buyer, potential buyer, can actually see themselves there. So a lot of sellers do take that very seriously and they would like a little bit of courtesy when it comes to showing time. If you can do 24-hour notice, that is always amazing, in this, especially if you have tenants in place. A lot of times sellers, if they are actually living in a home, can be a little bit more flexible, but there are things that happen sometimes. There's a dog that has to wait for the owner, or there's a cat.
There's those bears that come attack.
So I can't tell you, one time I was, it always stresses me out when people have pets. Sorry, I touched the mic. But it stresses me out when people have pets sometimes because I wanna make sure I don't lose a pet. And I have stories where my heart dropped to my stomach because I couldn't, because little Fifi or Fifo or whatever hid under the bed and nobody could find him. So anyway, moving on, second point. So second point is
the number of properties in a day.
You're gonna cut that out, right? Because
Nope.
I forgot.
No, because I'm
Dang
helping
it.
you now.
I left my Post-it upstairs. It helps.
No, you got me. I'm a human post.
Second one is the number of properties that you actually want to see in a day. Average is about 5 or 6. Really what happens is that you start to see a lot of properties and they all start to look the same. It happens to us agents, it happens to you guys as the buyers because you're emotionally trying to see yourself there. There's so much that happens when you walk into a house, and what happens is that by the 5th house, you're like, wait, I think I like that particular kitchen in the 3rd house or the 2nd house. So I always suggest for people to write down notes. I give you a sheet with all of the homes that we're actually looking, and you can take pictures accordingly, or some people enjoy taking videos of the house. Whatever is gonna help you remember. Now, the third thing that I wanted to mention is the fact that I left my Post-it note upstairs.
I'll cut it out and I'll get the Post-it note. All right? I'll be back. Unless you remember. Do you remember the third thing? Huh?
Tip number 3. We did not take some sort of video break to go find out what tip number 3 was going to be. So keep your comments outside. And the reason I say that, as hard as it is, and I am just as guilty, you walk through a house, you're naturally going to mention certain things and features and things that you enjoy. That's all well and good. However, keep in mind that you want to go into the home thinking that you are not alone, as creepy as that sounds. People have Ring, they have security cameras a lot of times, especially if the home is occupied. So you always have to imagine that you are being listened to. So if you're going to start talking about your offer, or if you're really interested in the house, go outside into the driveway. Go far enough away from the house that you can have that conversation with your agent. You just always want to imagine that somebody's listening. That's it for me. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I hope you learned a little something about checking out a house. And of course, if you are interested in checking out the Central Florida area, just give me a call, whether you're buying or selling. Now is definitely very interesting times and dynamic times for both. So I'll have my information in the description below. In the meantime, happy hunting.